Okay, as you guys know, 'cause I told you this morning, I'm making this up as I go. I want to just be more efficient and nicer on my body. So I think at the end of this thing, I'm just going to stack some pallets, 2 or 3 high by 2 wide. And then I've got some slabs from milling up a piece. So it's funny in these videos, right? Like I'm talking to the camera, but looking at the thing I'm talking about, but it doesn't engage you guys very well. So you want to see my big, beautiful brown eyes. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna grab these pallets right here and I'm gonna move them over there. And then we're gonna see if we're almost ready to try out our bucking station for $0. So we can turn this and this into that, which is not for sale. This is my own private stock. So this is my hopefully 2-year, 3-year worth of firewood with more to come. And this whole area will be filled so that for the next like 5 years, I don't have to worry about firewood. I can keep doing it, replacing, and then maybe sell some if I want. Anyways, not always about the money. Sometimes it's about the security. The Lord blesses. We just have to, you know, accept it. Okay, enough jabber John. Enough talking. Time to get to work. You know, I kind of like YouTube. I like filming because I normally talk to myself. Now I don't seem so crazy. What I'm telling myself. Quick problem. It ain't level. Together, that way they don't slide. The only screws in the whole thing will be the pallet. Okay, so the third pallet definitely gets a lot more comfortable. These are really just, well, the purpose is supposed to be so that my chainsaw doesn't hit any metal. But I gotta fasten those down somehow. And that's gonna probably require metal. So, I'm gonna roll my logs, take those this way, I guess 16 inches from the left edge. Let's see where I end up here. Right on the edge here. of a gap in the pallet. Now, I'll have to put this in there first. Okay, 32 again, right in a gap. 48 right on wood. 64 in a gap. 80 on nail. And then 96 at the edge. A little short. So, with that information, now my brain can try to solve the dilemma of said problem. Here's here. That ain't going nowhere. What would behoove me if I kept these right in line? Sweet. That ain't going nowhere. I don't know why I'm like this. Alright, so I think it's time to try it. Worth a try. Oh, one more detail. There actually might be two more details. Holy smokes. I have my earbuds in so I can talk. And I hear this clicking. And this huge flock of birds just flew overhead. Sorry. Actually. So, okay. Two more things, and yeah, I think we're ready to put some wood on this. Be right back. Okay, so I'll show you what I did here. Might look odd, but it's going to make total sense, I hope. So when I cut these things, the logs are going to come here, I roll them over to here, cut my rounds, and then I was just going to park my splitter here, stop cutting, come over here and split. That is still 100% more efficient than what I'm doing now, which is like cut them all on the ground. Yeah. This is hard. How many people do that? There, opposite. Okay, right? And cut them all on the ground and then lift them up onto my log splitter. So that is way better. Then I like to try to do things as, best as I could. I'm a try hard sometimes, as my one daughter used to say. Anyways, I can make it a table. So I've got a long pallet. I'm going to cut these down to this height, and lay a pallet on there, screw it in really good as a storage, I don't know, a setting place. So after I take the rounds, I cut the rounds, I can then roll them over here and stack them and have a whole table, and then cut that and have my log splitter here in the middle, and now I'm just increasing my efficiency. Increased efficiencies, increased productivity makes for a happier guy. And more time with my wife. Or fishing. Either way. Actually, she fishes with me, so it's all good. It's the same. So yeah. So I'm going to cut these things up. I'll video some of that. And then move my log splitter in here. And load up this log deck and see if it works. moment has come. I'm going to show you what I did off camera, because it was just sort of like moving around and getting things situated. But the only thing left to do, I think, is put some logs on this deck now. Zoom out here. What I did is I built a little extra storage space thingy. I could add some here too if I want. But this way, I should pull the logs off onto here, cut up my rounds, and then I can wrestle those rounds over onto here, rolling them and whatnot. And then I could stack this whole pallet full of rounds, cut up the last log, and then either double stack or whatever. I get a big pile, and then I can stop and I can go right to my log splitter and then over onto a nice pile off the ground mostly. And again, I can do this in batches. So a batch of logs to the rounds, batch of rounds to the splitter, and then at some point I come and I pick up my stuff and I stack it over here somewhere. Let's get some logs on it and see how it does. Take a look here. I mean, these aren't small logs. These are some big logs on there. Holding it fine. So let's see how it works. I'm going to make some changes, and then next you're going to see me using this as I think it's going to be for a while. So, lunch break, water break, a couple of changes we'll be back.